Now we are going to study the items, that is items of items in detail of all the profit statement of profit and loss account. So all the major you know major heads or subheads and the items detailed items under subhead. Okay, we are going to discuss all of what of statement of profit and loss account. Okay, so let us start of instruction for preparation of statement of profit and loss. Okay, the total of all major heads of statement of profit and losses are to be shown directly. Okay, and the detail of their subheading to be shown in notes to account. So all the detail or the major detail will be shown here in the revenue, other income. Now what are the other incomes? These other incomes will be shown in the note that is prepared separately. Okay, then employee benefit expenses. What are the things included in the employee benefit expenses will be shown separately in the notes. Only employee benefit expenses will be mentioned here. Okay, so what will be written in the notes, or what are the items that is inside the notes, we'll discuss here. Let us start one by one. The first was revenue from operation. What is revenue from operation? Revenue from operation refers to revenue or income that is earned from business activity of the company. So if it is a school, the major revenue is fees. If it is a shop, the major revenue is sale of a good. If it is a manufacturing business, the major revenue is production, sale of the final finished product. Okay, so therefore you understood the meaning. So what are the items under this notice? Sale of a product, sale of a service, or other operating revenue. Okay. Then comes your other income. Other income refers to income that is earned from sources other than business. For example, for a school, fees will be the main revenue, and other income would be renting the ground. Okay, or if the school has invested some money in other business, the income that they get from here, or if the school has done some fixed deposit in its name, the interest on that, so that will be considered as other income. So let us see, the other income shall be classified as interest income that you get from other investment, dividend income if you have invested in, if you have purchased a share in some other company, net gain or sale of the investment, profit on sale of the fixed asset. So these are other income, because we selling of a fixed asset is not a regular business. Okay, therefore if you sell it by chance and you get a profit on that, will be shown in other income. Okay, then comes your expenses. Under expenses, it was, if you remember, it is CPC, DF, DF or EF. It is EFDO. Okay, EFT. So C is cost of material consumed. Cost of material consumed is the amount of raw material that is consumed throughout the year. And how will you know that? How much raw material we started with, we have consumed that, true. And how much raw material we have purchased during the year, okay, we have consumed whatever we have purchased, but something might be left, deduct it from that, deduct it from this too, and that will be the raw material consumed during the year. Okay, cost of material consumed is used for manufacturing companies only. So if you are making a PL for manufacturing, there has to be cost of material consumed. But if you are making a statement of PL for a trading company, okay, what do you write? We write purchase of stock in trade. Like for a clothes shop, he buys a lot of clothes now. For a hardware shop, they have a lot of hardware items, so that will be considered as stock in trade. Okay, then comes C again, CPC, changes in the inventory of work in progress, finished good, and stock in trade. This changes in inventory is difference between opening and closing stock of each item, of work in progress, of finished good, and of stock in trade separately. So changes in inventory will be difference between opening and closing stock. That's it. Okay. Then E, employee benefit expenses. What does employee benefit expenses include? It includes salaries, wages, leave encashment, contribution towards the provident fund, okay, staff welfare expenses. Any expenses done towards the employee will be recorded under employee benefit expenses. After EFDO, so F for finance cost. Any expenses that is borne on finances of a company. For example, if you have taken loan, if a company has taken loan, or if your company has, um, taken issued a debenture, interest on debenture, all those things will be recorded. All the expenses on those will be recorded under finance cost. Okay, so therefore, a finance cost will include interest expenses, other borrowing other borrowing costs, net gain or loss in foreign currency transaction. For example, in case of import and export, there is an exchange of foreign currency. If there is net increase or net gain or loss in exchange, that will be recorded under foreign financial cost. Discount or loss on issue of debentures. So when you issue debentures at a lower price than the nominal value, that will be recorded here. Okay, EFDO. So D for depreciation and depreciation, and O for other expenses. So under depreciation, there's depreciation and amortization. Actually, depreciation is for tangible assets and amortization is for intangible assets. Tangible assets like building, plant and machinery, vehicles. These are all tangible assets. Intangible assets like patents, copyright, trademarks, even they reduce their value are reduced over the period. So fall in the value of the intangible asset is known as rather amortization, and the fall in the value of tangible asset is known as depreciation. Okay, so we can see depreciation is charged on fixed asset, that is tangible, while intangible asset are amortized or written off. Okay. Finally, we have other expenses. So all the expenses which are not included in the above will be recorded here. Like for example, consumption of spare parts, power, fuel, carriage and freight. That is direct expenses. If you remember class 11, we have done trading and PL. Direct expenses are recorded in the trading account. So all these expenses are recorded in under other expenses here. Then there's operating expenses, that is rent, printing, stationery, postage, repairs of building, repairs of machinery, insurance, then rates and taxes. All these are operating expenses which are recorded under PL, is recorded in other expenses here. Loss on sale of investment or fixed asset, which is a non-operating expenses, are also recorded under other expenses. Okay. So I hope you have understood the items, each and every items of the profit and loss account, statement of profit and loss. Okay, and if you still have any doubt or if you want to ask anything or any of the topic from here, you can comment below. Okay, thank you.